Welcome everybody to Mounds High School for the Mounds Mustangs home opener versus Roseville. We're going to pause here as we just get up to speed on the stream for the national anthem.
Color guard from New Brighton Post 724 will present the American flag. And fans, we ask that you remain standing until the color guard leads the flag of our national anthem.
All right, we are almost set for kickoff. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rob Reitz. I'm principal here at Mounds High School, and I'm joined by Joe Palkey, former coach, Hall of Fame athlete, and teacher extraordinaire at Island Lake Elementary. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're going to have a big ceremony tonight at halftime. The first induction of the Mounds High School Football Hall of Fame, and you are among them.
I am. It's a great honor to be among, Billy Turner, Matt Anderley, Adam Weber, coaching, and Coach Galvin. And that's a
great
who's who
right there. Absolutely.
It is the who's
providing
who.
us
Rick Berger, our announcer.
The voice of the Mustangs is going in.
Yep, it is the who's who.
Yeah, we're excited. It's just another thing that Coach Mulberg has done that's really built community in his program. He's a Mustang alum himself. Probably one day he's got a spot in that Hall of Fame as well. Really proud of the job that he's done with the program, and we're excited to watch this team play. It is our home opener. Tough week. Last week we drew some really tough competition from Lakeville South. That team was huge. They were strong, and they were ready to start their season.
They were ready. You saw it first play if you were watching last week. They went the distance and just never kind of looked back. The Mustangs came on strong in the second quarter and held with them for a while, but then Lakeville did pull away at the end there.
Tonight's stream and all of the Mounds View football streams are brought to you by the Mounds View Education Foundation. This is a group of people that is raising funds for all of the schools across our system. We're grateful for the Mounds View Education Foundation. Mounds View football would also like to recognize today's point sponsor, the Eggert Family Dentistry of North Oaks. A big thank you to Elizabeth and Jeff Eggert for your continued support of Mustang football. That's Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you.
Mustangs athletic.
Well, you can see an Eggert on the field later on today.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
A couple other sponsors I want to shout out. The Booster Club would also like to thank all the sponsors that are helping make this year's success a special thanks to those 2025 sponsors: F&M Bank, Cap Carpet and Flooring, Tile Aesthetics, All-American Restoration, Flaherty's Art and Bowl, Midway Ford, Coley Real Estate Group, and then our silver sponsors, Shore 96, and again, Eggert Family Dentistry. So thank you again for all of our sponsors. We should talk a little bit about this team. We're going to kick off here shortly, but we'll get through some of the starting positions on offense and defense. The Mustangs won the toss and elected to receive. They're going to kick off to the 0-1 Roseville Raiders. Roseville lost last week to Woodbury. Here's the kick. To the corner and into the end zone.
Yeah, I think that's got to be a touchback.
Yeah, that's a touchback.
Looks like they're going to call that a touchback. In high school football, all it's got to do is just cross that goal line and it becomes a touchback.
All right, let's talk quickly through the starters here. Along that O-line, we've got Grant Eggert, Robert Essie, Jaden Gavin, Max Horneman, Jack Fry, Sam Cornelius, Wes Kucher, Ben Mugisa, Jack Treader, Caden Tran, and Beckham Wheeler starting on offense. And then your starting defense is Tyler Nelson, Kayvon Essie, Eli Steiner, Godson, Liam Berlin, Luke Hinkle, Alex Isabel, Ben Mugisa, RJ Madison, Preston Johnson, and Charlie Pajot. Defensive coordinator, of course, Vince Calistro. Done a really great job with this defense. Got a number of really great coaches on the staff. We're excited to see what they do tonight. Roseville's going to come out in a pro-style set out of the eye. Looks like
a dive right
play.
There. Dive for about three whole host of Mustangs making that tackle.
Just talking to Jeff Hurley, the quarterbacks coach for the Raiders. Mike Grant is their offensive coordinator. These are guys I coached with back when I was at Roseville, actually coaching against Adam Weber back in the early 2000s. Really fun group of guys coaching this Roseville team, but they keep it pretty simple. They're going to run a lot of ISO, a lot of counter, reach, a lot of run game for this Raider team. What Coach Hurdle told me is most of their athletes are on defense. They're trying to keep games close and scores low.
Yeah, it looks like they only passed about 12 times last week. So you're seeing a quick game here, hopefully. Nice little handoff on the outside. Just a little bit off tackle. Mustang's got to hold the edge here a little bit.
Great gain there for the Raiders on 2nd and 6. Joan with the tackle.
I like that first play a little bit better, just keeping them inside. As soon as they get outside, it makes it a little bit tougher. Looks like we got both Essies in there. Is it? Looks like Robert and Kayvon. Oh, it looked like they were offsides there. Yep.
Yep, they moved.
Well, looks like right tackle there, number 69. Just kind of popped a little bit early, so that'll help out the Mustangs. 1st and 15.
So after a really nice first down play for the Raiders, they're going to set themselves behind the sticks. Raiders starting quarterback is Chase Browning, number 10.
That'll bring up the 1st and 15 from the Roseville 31.
One of the things, if you're not going to pass it a lot, it makes it tough if you go 1st and 15. You get behind the sticks. They're coming inside with a little bit of ISO there. Yeah. Mustang's right there ready to go.
Nice tackle there by number 98.
Yep, that's Kayvon Essie. Kayvon is younger brother to Robert Essie. Both are just great-looking kids. Big offense and defensive linemen.
Incredibly strong.
Yes, very strong kids. Had them go through Island Lake, and you kind of knew that they were going to be some good linemen at some point in time. Their brother, their older brother, played for the Mustangs a while ago. So it's nice to see some more Essies in there.
That's receiver Ashton House for Roseville to the left. They're going to run that dive play again. Quick hitter back to about the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard further. Be 3rd and 9. That's a nice gain on a dive play.
Yeah, it is. Just trying to hit it before the Mustangs get really set there.
close to 6. It'll be 3rd and
So here we go, brings up 3rd and 10. Roseville likes to get the ball out quick if they're throwing the ball. After watching last week, they don't like throwing it deep. They're throwing it quick. Tight end or either of the receivers, but they want to get it out quick. If they do go a long time, they're going to roll out. Here they go. They're rolling out the quarterback.
Good pressure, good catch, but he's going to be down behind the line of scrimmage. So lost there. Nice tackle by number 23, Luke Hinkle.
That's a great play right there. Both with the pressure off the edge and Hinkle with the tackle, making it 4th and
with a good tackle for the Mustangs.
So Roseville will punt here after a single first down. They find themselves behind the sticks and they end up having to punt. Looks like Ben Mugisa's back for the Mustangs. He had some nice plays last night offensively, or last Friday, I should say, offensively and defensively.
Ooh, high snap. Yeah, get there.
Ben's going to fair catch that at about the 28-yard line. So first opportunity here for the Mustangs to come out, put a stamp on the first quarter of this game.
The Mustangs will start 1st and 10.
You see number 9, Beckham Wheeler at quarterback with Caden Tran as his running back. I expect to see probably Kuchar, Mugiser, and Cornelius. Cornelius had a great game last week.
He did. He gets that, finds that area where he can just find a quick little spot to get open, and they hit him real quick.
So that's Kuchar and Mugisa to the right of Wheeler. Tran is behind him. Oh,
pulling,
hand this one off.
Got a little counter going on there. Nice wall from the Mustangs. Seeing both Robert Essie and Grant Eggert. There's that Eggert name coming around the end there.
Winslow and Benny
nice gain there on first down. Looks to be 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard gain from Tran.
2nd and 3, you got your whole playbook open at this point in time.
Looks like a trips formation to the right of Wheeler this time. Again, Kuchar and Mugisa. Not sure who's in the slot there. 42, that's Treader. This is going to be a run just shy of the first down. Again, that's Tran.
A little seepage through the inside there, but Caden's
Caden's
able just to sneak outside there, pop it for a little gain of about 3. He actually did pick up the first down.
He did get it. Good for him.
That's great.
Stumbled there a little bit.
Yeah.
So 2 plays, 10 yards. Roseville yields their first down of the game to the Mustangs. Looks like Godson now behind Wheeler in the pistol. 2 receivers to his left. One is Treader, number 42. They're going to hand off here to Godson. He's got a good hold, but a short gain.
A little bit of seepage there, just coming through that middle of the offensive line. Hopefully they can shore that up, just kind of wall it off there. But still got positive yards on first down. That's what you're looking for. Get 2 yards, 3 yards, whatever you can get. Like seeing the tight end and the wing back there. It was real nice to see. Get a little extra offensive line look.
Treader and Crosby going to check out. Sam Cornelius is in. He's in the middle to the left of the trips with Mugisa in the slot. They're going to throw a screen to Mugisa. He's trying to get around the corner. He does make the edge for a short gain. Looks like he fumbled.
I think that was down first. Oh, no, they're counting it. They're saying it came out. I thought he was down first.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that. We have a little bit of a delay on the feed that we see.
Pass is complete to Mugisa.
Yeah, he did look down.
Yeah, he did look down. Oh, it looks like they're giving us the ball.
Yeah, that is our ball.
Okay, that's
down
good.
for
that's
sure.
Good.
Not even a hard call.
Yep, third and 7 yet to go. Might have to open up the passing game here.
It'll be 3rd and 8 for your Mustangs. 3rd down and 8.
So Cornelius, Mugisa, and Kuchar to the right now of Beckham. Looks like Tran back in as the single running back. Wheeler out of the gun. He's going to find, he's going to find Tran. He's not able to make the catch, and the Mustangs are going to have to punt here on 4th down.
Tran is incomplete. 4th down.
Looked like they had what they were looking for there. They had Tran open in the flat.
Yeah,
he catches the ball. He's got a little bit of room to work with, but just got him turned around just a little bit. Get some the punt game going here.
The ball on the 42-yard line, 4th and 7 here for the Mustangs.
Charlie Pajan punting. Wow, Roseville came after it. Nice snap there. Number 24, Jackson Peterson, great snap. Was a short punt. We got a flag coming down here on this side. Got a feeling we were a little early on that one.
Flag on the field.
Yep. Start on the Mustangs.
We just weren't set. Our wing wasn't set. Didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. So they're going to tack on 5 yards here, I would assume. Roseville's just going to tack it on. So they're going to be right on the 50-yard line to start that.
It's almost
drive.
like where Mugisa would have fumbled it.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little adversity here early in the first quarter. 5:19 to play. It's 0-0. Raiders the second opportunity on offense.
This is one of those things you don't want to see. You want to get on Roseville right away. So hopefully we're going to score now. Get a good stop here on defense, and let's get that offense back out on the field.
Roseville's tight end left with 2 receivers out of the eye. They're
coming out with a little waggle action.
Yeah, a little waggle to the left.
Wide open.
And that is complete beyond the 40-yard line.
Jacob Wolf with the reception right there. Nice play call there. They gave that fake handoff, waggled out, had the guard leading out, so there was no pressure at all. Nice play call.
That's the first down for the Raiders.
Yeah, not something the Mustangs were expecting. Probably watched a lot of running on film.
Saw a lot of running.
Last week, we're not expecting a first down throw. So 5 minutes in the clock ticking here. First and 10 for the Raiders from what looks like the 37-yard line.
Come on, that same look, just the opposite way. Now they are going to give it right back there to Wolf. Nice, solid run for him there.
Yeah, up to the 30-yard line. So that dive play is really hurting the Mustangs right now.
I got a feeling Coach Calistro is going to start pinching those inside tackles a little bit, maybe bringing a linebacker or two.
Yeah, they're gaining about 6 yards on that dive. Yep.
Bring up second and 3.
So hopefully Tyler Nelson and Kayvon can just kind of squeeze that down a little bit. Oh yeah, that's a false start there. That Mustang stem right there, everybody moved. All of a sudden the center got a little nervous and pulled the ball up, so that is 5 yards for the Mustangs. Helps us out a lot.
That stem, Calistro implemented it last year, and they get a lot of false start penalties on the offense doing that.
Absolutely, it's really nice.
So again, Raiders get a nice first down. They're starting to drive the ball. They end up costing themselves 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 8 here from the 35-yard line.
You can see Roseville's got a little bit of get going right now. They're running up the line of scrimmage, trying that dive, coming out with
Brownie's going to pitch it this time. That's number 7, Brandon Bell. Can't quite get the edge. Nice job forcing him outside.
Does a great play by Pajan there, just stringing it out and making that running back get outside a little bit further. And that was huge. Allow the cavalry to come, clean everything up. Now bringing up 3rd and 6. I would assume this is 2-down territory. I don't know about Roseville's kicker. We did not see that much last week, but I'm assuming that this is too far for a field goal here. That'd be about 50 yards.
So it's probably
4-down territory.
4-down territory,
So you're thinking this is actually like a 2nd down situation.
Ball on the 34-yard line. Roseville breaks the huddle. They're going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Roseville.
Again, we'll take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, our gold sponsors, our F&M Bank, Cap Carpet and Flooring, Tile Aesthetics, Sorry, that's Tilly Aesthetics, All-American Restoration, Flaherty's Arden Bowl, Midway Ford, Coley Real Estate Group. Our silver sponsors are Shore 96 and Eggert Family Dentistry. Our platinum sponsor is Three Kings Express. And our stream tonight is brought to you by the Mounds Schools Education Foundation. They've got a big event coming up, Rock the Schoolhouse, November 6th. If there is any desire among our listeners to contribute to our schools, Rock the Schoolhouse is a wonderful way to show your support, not just monetarily, but to come together. We're as friend-raising as much as we are fundraising at the Mounds Schools Education Foundation. Browning under center. He's going to hand this one off on an ISO play. That was immediately tackled.
Nice play by Luke. He's had 2 big tackles for loss already on third down plays, both of them. So he's really coming to play right now. There it is, that 4th down, though. They are coming out looking like they're going to stay on offense. Still trying to figure out what it is. That clock's down. They only have 15 seconds left to get this play off. So see what they do. I'm assuming they're going to try to roll them out a little bit here, try to give them a little bit more time, see if we can get some more pressure off the edge.
Yeah, they've got twins to the right, tight end left. They're going to do a 3-step drop. He's rushed and scrambling out the pocket, going to be just beyond the line of scrimmage. It's down.
Hinkle again. Hinkle, we thought we had him back. He escaped. Hinkle was able to just retrace his steps and come back and make the play.
Browning really had no room. He faked like he was going to throw it. Maybe just pulled it down because he didn't have it. And that was over at that point.
That's awesome. Get the Mustang offense back out on the field right now. Hopefully we can get a drive going. See if those guys up front can get it going here.
Kuchar up to the top left. Wheeler going to go under center.
Tight wing action here.
Yeah.
Nice. Haven't seen this since about 2015.
A little throwback to the Hall of Fame days.
There we go.
They're going to hand it off to Godson.
Sweep. Nice 5-yard gain there for Godson.
Anything you can do to get him on the edge with his speed.
He takes it around the right side.
Going to play at NDSU next year. Godson decided had so many opportunities, visits from schools. It was really incredible to see that process all play out last year.
Hey, you got a Hall of Fame member, Billy Turner, played at NDSU. Great up there. All-time great up there.
Same formation here for the Mustangs. They're going to hand
Buck
this off,
again.
same play to the left. This time Godson again. But he is not going to have the same result.
Looked like that time Robert Essie didn't quite get out far enough. They're pulling both guards on that Buck sweep. And Robert just didn't get out to the edge to kick out that guy so that we could cut up field. But hopefully next time he'll be able to get there. Backside guard was able to pull up, but there was just no room for Godson to go.
Nice play by Cam Finney, linebacker for the Raiders.
Sticking with the tight wing here.
Not something we showed at all last week. So interesting wrinkle here in the second drive for the Mustangs. They're going to hand off to Tran up the middle. No gain. So that's going to bring a 4th down and 8 for the Mustangs from the 37-yard line.
I assume you got to come with a punt on this. This is the first time under Coach Woodley, our offensive coordinator, that I have seen that tight wing action. So it's kind of interesting to see that. It's great for me. It brings back to the days in the 20-teens where we were able to run that wing tee all the time. I know Coach Ingen and Coach Galvin are down there watching from the end zone. They're probably just living it up, watching that, kind of critiquing the Buck sweep there.
They could still coach it. No question about that.
Oh, yeah. Looks like we're calling a timeout here just to kind of regroup, get that punt team ready to go, make sure everything's ready. Looks like Coach Moberg's not real happy with what's going on right now. 21 seconds left in the first quarter here, so still 0-0.
And again, this is what the Raiders want to do. They've got all their athletes on defense. They want to keep the score low, and they have had success doing that so far here through the first quarter. We'll run down some scores here. Centennial is up on Osseo 28-6. Moorhead, they look fantastic. They've got quite a quarterback. They're up 27-13 over Woodbury. Rogers 13-0 over Blaine. Minnetonka 14-0 over St. Michael Albertville. Edina and Wayzata are tied at 7. Forest Lake up a touchdown 7-0 over Anoka. Park of Cottage Grove is down 7-3 to Stillwater. We're playing them very soon. Maple Grove, Eden Prairie are both tied at 0-0. So a few games underway here. We'll keep updating some scores.
Not lined up correctly. We're going to get another flag, I think. That doesn't look like it called it. That's great. We had our wing back. Oh, boy, we hit it. He can pick it up anywhere he wants. So.
Well, he did, and that's a pretty good punt.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing is it's going to come back up here to about the 32-yard line where we first touched it. There is no flag, which is nice, but if you watch on the line of scrimmage there, our wing on the camera side is actually back off the line of scrimmage, and he has to
And with 13 seconds to go in the quarter, Roseville will take over on their second possession.
But you saw the punt go all the way down to about the 10-yard line. And the reason it comes back out to the 32 is that's where we first touched it. And so Roseville has the opportunity to take it wherever the ball ended up or where we first touched it, and they chose to take it, of course, at the 32 where we first touched it.
So a defensive game here. Mustangs looking to hold Roseville here. They've had a couple first downs. It's 1st and 10 with 13 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. Browning under center, 3-step drop. He's going to throw it high and deep. That's going to be out of bounds.
Nice play there by R.J. Madison. He was able just to keep him, push him out of bounds, make sure that there's no way that was going to be caught inbounds.
Fun to see R.J. get a chance here to play as a junior. He's the second fastest kid on the team. Leadoff or number 2 hitter most of the season as a sophomore for our baseball team last spring. He's a great athlete, and of course, he's the son of our former activities director, Bob Madison, who's now a pretty important person at the league.
Yes, he is.
Works for the State High School League. Yeah, so we know Bob well. He's still a great Mustang booster and supporter. Browning going to hand off here on that dive play.
Man, they're still picking up 3-4 yards on that.
So where are we lining up in our front? Are we head up on the guard or are we outside shade?
We're head up on the nose. And right now they're just kind of doubling down on that. And then we're just kind of sneaking it in before
Jacob Wolf will be carrying for the Raiders, and that'll end it.
So it'd be nice if we could get those linebackers there just one step quicker. Make it a little bit easier for the Mustangs. That does bring us to the end of the first quarter. Hopefully Coach Glistro can get the troops kind of rallied up here and ready to go.
It's really Coach Woodley that's got to get his offense clicking on all cylinders.
You're correct on that. You got to get that offense going.
These Mustangs with an overall record of 8.
I do like the idea that they're shaking it up. You know, early in every high school season, you're really trying to establish what your identity is. And it takes a little while to figure that out. Remember, even last year, we had a state qualifying team that lost its first week at Farmington and still needed a couple games to figure it out. I think they might even have been 2-2 over the first 4 games, and then they went on a run.
That was great to see. Hopefully that can be the same thing here, win this week, play a little bit better here in the second quarter, third, fourth, and get going.
We do have a really tough schedule to start. We've got Maple Grove next week and then Stillwater for homecoming. So our first 4 games are against 3 teams that you would expect to see vying for state qualifying berths late here in the season with Stillwater, Maple Grove, and Lakeville South.
Absolutely. 3rd and 6 here.
3-step drop, and he's going to be sacked and fumble.
That's a fumble.
Looks like the Mustangs recovered it. Is that Robert Essie?
I think it was picked up the fumble.
So a great play there from this Mustangs defense. That's what we need for a spark. Oh, yeah, it was. I think it was Tyler Nelson got there. I think Robert got the ball. That's huge. Bringing the ball down to the 29-yard line. So. Yeah, Tyler Nelson, he just shoved the blocker into the quarterback.
He just moved him straight backwards.
He did.
I mean, that's ideal bull rush right there.
That was awesome. So huge turnover there for the Mustangs. It's going to be 1st and 10 here from the 29-yard line.
Nice to see something deep here. We're coming back out into that wing look.
Tran, the back behind Wheeler.
Coming out with that buck sweep. There it is.
Buck
See
sweep
how,
again.
see how Robert kicked out there? We had Hungman going up the field, and all of a sudden that's a great play there. Great play. Great call.
It's such a hard play when you scheme it up and block it correctly.
Absolutely.
Gutson takes it for a first down.
So first down for the Mustangs. Gotson his third straight carry from that wingback position.
I think that fumble really kind of sparked Robert, got him going here so he can go on offense.
Cornelius, the other wingback opposite Gotson with Tran in the backfield. Kuchert, the lone receiver to the left of Wheeler.
There's a trap coming with trap. There it is. That was a great trap there.
That's
Opened
how you
up
set
a
it
huge
up.
hole inside. Wow.
So trap, then again, you're going to probably trap a three technique with your pulling guard.
Absolutely. We're doubling down on the front side with the guard center, and just kicking out with the pulling guard, and Caden Tran just runs right up behind those three guys.
Yeah, and that was SC this time. And you could see the defensive player got upfield, which is what makes traps so deadly.
Absolutely.
All right, same formation, same personnel. Wheeler under center, Godson in motion. They're going to hand off on a lead play. Is that an ISO?
Looked like an ISO. Not quite as big a hole as we could have.
With the
looked like Roseville did a great job of just kind of pushing our offensive tackle back in.
Yeah, Tran kind of bounced off his block.
Looks like Jack Fry actually arced outside, and then just the Roseville defender read it really well and came straight inside. Fry's supposed to arc outside onto the backer, but the defender did not go with him, which is what you're hoping for.
So again, Kuchar off to the left. They're going to fake the handoff to Godson and waggle out here. Beckham to the corner of the end zone. Nice. Touchdown! Wes Kuchar.
Get in the end zone there. That's great. Nice throw there. Nice catch by Kuchar.
Rolling out to his left. So a great touchdown there. Put it on the board for 6 more Mustangs points. Tonight's scoring is sponsored by the Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you for backing Mustang football.
Looks like we're out in that swinging game again this year, seeing how that works. See if we do anything different other than kick it. There we go, we're kicking it. Looks like Ethan Hack snapping. Sam Cornelius is holding, and number 36, Finn MacArthur, is kicking.
Yeah, I just talked to Finn's dad. He said, you know what? We're calling him Gator. Gator MacArthur.
Gator MacArthur.
And the kick is good.
With 9:50 to go here in the first half. Great to see the Mustangs on the board. Get that spark from the defense, and all of a sudden punch it in with the offense here in about 4 plays.
Yep, exactly what we needed. Get a turnover and then score off that turnover. That's kind of how you demoralize a team, especially one that's on the road here coming off a tough loss. I mean, I think they had about 49 yards of offense last week.
It was a tough night of offense. No doubt about that. You could just see that there was not a lot going on.
They beat Stillwater in the second championship, beat Cretan in the state quarterfinals, and they were the second Mustang football team in history to make it to the Metrodome.
Andy Stevenson is head coach for Roseville. He had been at Spring Lake Park for a number of years. Strong defensively minded coach. And he was able to retain some of the former staff under Coach Chris Simdorn. Chris Simdorn had been the Roseville Raiders head coach for a long time as a teacher in the building. And they had done some really great things. In fact, Roseville beat one of the best Mustang teams in history to go to state in the early 2000s. But they haven't had a lot of success lately. They're going to reverse it here, and they are going to lose yards down to the 5-yard line.
Just were able to kind of read that, sniff it all out.
Was that 30 or 20? Lonnie Jerome or Preston Johnson? I couldn't quite see who it was that made the tackle.
Great play, either way. Yeah. And he's got some Mustang ties too. He's got Nick Nelson over on the side.
Oh, yeah, he
another
does.
Mustang
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
That's his cousin. And our head basketball coach, Dave Leeser, that's actually his uncle.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's got some Mustang ties.
Yeah, these education circles are small world, aren't they?
They are.
Browning's going to pitch it here into the
That
end zone.
that
He's
could
going to be
a
tackled
safety.
for a safety.
Oh, they're going to safety. He has got to be half a ball length into the end zone still.
That surprises me.
Yeah, all he has to do is just get the nose of the ball out. I hope it looks like that ball is actually laying on the line. So I would not be shocked to see safety here. You also could see maybe a fade. They might just throw it deep. That was a great play by the Mustangs.
So 2nd and 14, a 4-yard loss here. This ball is not on the 1-yard line. It is just inches above or in front of the goal line.
I'm assuming you're going to either see a quarterback sneak or a fade here. See what they believe they can get out of it. But they're not trying to do anything fancy.
You got to go dive here. You get 6 yards of carry.
Yeah, there it is. Dive, just trying to get there.
Oh, he fumbled it.
Yes. Were you in the end zone? I don't know if anybody knows who has the ball.
They're waving it off.
Hopefully we got some wrestlers down there. You always want those wrestlers ringing, kind of wrestling the ball out.
I think it might be Mustang football, but I don't know that it's touchdown. They certainly haven't signaled it.
Yeah. We sure think it's our ball.
It is
First
Mustang
down.
football.
Absolutely.
So the Mustangs took a huge turnover, their second in really as many minutes. And they're going to have 1st and goal from the half-inch yard line.
Honestly, I have no idea who recovered that and all that mess, but great job wrestling it out of there.
So it did look like they went dive and never really got the handoff. But you've got a little extra juice when you're this close to the end zone.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to me, you got 2 choices. Sneak when you're that close, or you got to throw the fade because then you get some depth. And as soon as you start handing it off there, you're asking for something bad to happen. Here we go. Come on, Beckham. Lead us into the end zone.
I see you're predicting quarterback sneak.
I am.
Why not?
I mean, when you're this close, might as well just punch it in there.
Yeah, they got Treader in there.
I'll take away that quarterback sneak when we're out of the shotgun.
Yeah, they're not going to do it then. Kuchar lined up to the left. Wheeler out of pistol. He's going to hand it off here, and they're going to go left, and that's Caden Tran. Touchdown, Mustangs. Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad.
Hey, that's great. Realistically, 2 snaps in a row. Touchdowns for the Mustangs. Great job from the Mustang defense getting us that close.
Godson's 2nd touchdown of the year.
Yes, it is.
That's 6 more Mustang points. Again, tonight's scoring is sponsored by Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you for backing Mustang football.
This is what we were looking for. We went score with 9:50, now 8:39. We got another score.
There's Gators' kick. Up and good.
His dad's cross-country coach here, right?
He's the women's cross-country coach, yeah.
I mean, how often do you see a cross-country coach's kid play football? I don't think that's a common thing.
I think it's his first year out coming out just to kick.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, it's a great deal.
I love seeing it.
That's a really great family. Had a lot of kids come through here, and they've all kind of done their own thing. I want to say it's his oldest son. He was certainly here when I was here running cross-country and track out at South Carolina.
Yeah, Division I cross-country guy.
Yeah, that's impressive. Jimmy.
Yep.
Jimmy's son, I should say.
Here's our kickoff team, coached by Coach Wilsack. This is, I think, Coach Wilsack's 25th year here as a Mustang, so that's quite an accomplishment. Son Andy down in Louisville used to play for Stillwater, and Coach Wilsack would just miss his games just to come and coach football here at Moundsville. Doing it 25 years.
Here's the kick. It's a low squibber, picked up at the 20-yard line. That's number 44 for the Mustangs. Aiden Venny
Preston Johnson was also there helping out with that tackle.
I shouldn't say Mustangs. 44 for the Raiders with the return, Aiden Benny.
Preston Johnson with the tackle.
And guess what? I said there was 2 chances to it. Here's a second chance. If you take a look at page 15.
Looks like we got a kickoff kid here. Looks like Coach Moberg's son. Mac is doing the kickoff kid. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Kindergartner right now.
Yeah, whatever you can do to be around your kids and football coach is gold. Because these guys put in a ton of time away from their families. This is going to be a handoff here for the Raiders. That's number 7. Braden Bell.
Nice job of the Mustangs just stringing that out, making sure the linebackers had some time, able to get in there.
With the carry. I heard a Mustang with the tackle. Brings up a second and 8.
Second down and 8 from the 31-yard line for the Raiders. Down 14-0 here with 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Hopefully Coach Calistro can get them off the field quick here and get that offense back on. The offense is starting to roll. Defense has been solid all game long. Little waggle action here.
They've got RJ one-on-one deep. They can't find him, and that's going to be a big sack for the Mustangs.
Able to fight off the block, stretch it out, and also make the sack for about a 13-yard loss. Great play, Liam.
I think they wanted to go deep. They had a one-on-one, and RJ Madison had him completely covered.
This is defensive coach's dream here. 3rd and 15. Now all of a sudden, Coach Calistro can call up whatever he wants. Looks like he's getting some of the bigger guys off, going a little quick pass rush here. I'm assuming Roseville's going to want to keep it somewhat safe after the last couple of plays. They want to make sure that they can at least punt the ball. Looks like they might be calling timeout here. Yep. They're killing a little time.
Timeout.
So a timeout, their second, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
Yep, 3rd and 22 from the 18. You know, Roseville looked tough when they just kept it simple. Yep, kept the ball on the ground with a few quarterback waggles.
Sometimes you just outcoach yourself a little bit. Hand the ball off, waggle it out. And that's what you saw with Mounds there. They came out, hand the ball off, and then waggled out for the touchdown. Then the defense came up with another huge stop here, so we got it at the 1, just able to punch it in.
I got to think Coach Stevenson for Roseville is just shocked that we're coming out with buck sweep.
I am too. I mean, I coached with Coach Woodley a couple of years ago, and I mean, that wasn't even in the playbook. So it's fun to see, but definitely interesting. I got a feeling Maple Grove and Stillwater are going to be taking some notes. At least nothing else, you're going to be throwing something at them that they're not ready for. They got to prepare for, I should say.
Well, there are definitely coaches on this Roseville staff that remember facing Galvin. I mean, they know that buck sweep in green when they see it.
Looks like we got 2 defensive linemen here. Oh, they're just handing it off. Yep, they're just keeping it simple. Nice play. Graham Berlin had another good play there, closing it down. Number 10, Alex Isabel, was able just to squeeze it also, playing linebacker.
Yeah, Berlin looks like he can bring the lumber a little bit when he lays a stick on someone.
And he's such a quick kid. He is such a quick kid.
Brings up 4th and long.
So Mugisa is back, his feet on the 49-yard line in Mustang territory. So this should result in some pretty good field position if he's able to field the punt here. 6:20 remaining with the clock ticking here in the first half. Mustangs up 14-0.
Another high snap. We're free off the edge. Oh, almost got there.
So Mugisa fair catches it. He is in Raider territory, but he's at the 48-yard line. So great field position here. The Mustangs have scored on consecutive snaps. They've gotten 2 turnovers here in the second quarter, both resulting in touchdowns, and they will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Now we're back in that traditional Mounds view set that we've seen the last couple of years here. 3 receivers, left, 1 right. There's that quick bubble.
Nice move by Mungisa, but not able to get around the Roseville defense.
It's tough when that gets blown up right behind the line of scrimmage there. Cornelius was trying to make the block and just wasn't able to get it. Roseville was able to stuff it right away and makes Mungisa go sideways rather than forward.
Second and 12 for the Mustangs.
All right, so 2nd and 12 here with the ball on the 46, a 2-yard loss here. The Mustangs come out in trips, so they're really shaking it up. That's Mugisa, Cornelius, and I believe Kuchar to the right, Godson to the left with Tran behind Wheeler. He's going to look right. He's got to evade a defender, and he's not going to be able to.
There's a fumble. I think Raiders have it.
Great job by the Raiders on defense. They bottled them up.
Yep.
Strip, sack, fumble. With 5 minutes remaining here in the half, Roseville is going to take the ball over after their first down.
It looked like
first turnover.
It looked like the Mustangs were trying to hit that fake bubble wheel.
They were, yeah.
That they had the big play on last week against Lakeville, but it just wasn't there. And Wheeler tucked it in, but just didn't quite get it down before he got sacked. Tough break there for the Mustangs.
But another opportunity for the defense to show really that they are on a roll here, stopping this Roseville Raider offense.
The one nice thing is the defense is playing so well right now.
Absolutely. Twins to the left here for the Raiders. Browning out of gun. He's going to throw.
Boy, he's got
drop.
that
He's got a seamer. Coaches love that. That's a big play up to the 15-yard line for the Raiders.
I think Coach Calistro was trying to get there quick, and they just threw it on 3 right away. It was just 1, 2, 3, get it off, and he was running free in the seam.
I mean, that's just recognition of what we've been coming out coverage-wise and hitting a seamer down the middle. I should say right up the hash. 4:40 here remaining in the half. Roseville in business inside the red zone. First
they were
down.
motion there. That's got to be a penalty. Great fake there, but I think they were a little early there.
Yep, but he could not get the corner. So good job stretching it out there by the force player. Believe that's no gain. It should be 2nd and 10 from the 15.
Give a gain of 4 for the Raiders. Brings up 2nd and 6.
Gosh, he got 4 yards on that. Hard to see from this angle.
I think it was one of those where they actually got pretty good push on the offensive line. But that's why I thought they were early. I don't know if they're going to get this one off. I think they're going to go their third time out. They only got about 10 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, they're down to 5. Browning under center. He's going to
it
get it off.
Fumble.
Oh, he fumbled it out of bounds. So Raiders get lucky there. Braden Benson.
Kind of a workhorse back with him right now. I mean, he just keeps getting the ball. Wonder if they might not come back to that dive here. Figure they got 2 plays again. Being down 2 scores.
Pretty good student section tonight. They've come out in their patriotic best, their red, white, and blue theme. Senior Stable really doing a great job this year, as they do every year. That's a fun group of kids. Super fans leading our cheers. Getting these themes on Instagram and bringing all these kids out. This is the first year we've got students here for free, which is just such a great thing that Jim Galvin did for this student body.
Love that idea. Get those students out. Get them out for every sport. Hopefully we can see that. All the sports, even the ones you don't see a whole lot of, the soccer, lacrosse, basketball, football, get them out for everything. That was one of my favorite things about being a high school student, was going to see every game.
I know our parent community sees Jim Galvin at all these games, but I don't know if they fully understand how much that guy puts into the job he does. He is at work every day, 7 a.m., doing everything we need, not just as an activities director, but he's supervising our lunches. He's out in the hallways connecting with kids. He's constantly, taking parent phone calls, sending emails. The guy could not be busier, and he's never not got a smile on his face. He's just such a joy to work with,
And
honestly.
it's not just during the school year. He's here all summer long.
I know he is,
I mean,
man.
I was in the gym this summer, and he's delivering stuff to people in the gym. I mean, it was just amazing to watch. There's that quick screen, trying to get that tunnel screen action.
Oh, he fumbled. Man, Roseville puts the ball in the corner quite a lot, don't they?
Wow. They did recover that one, but they only gained about 2 yards there, so it's going to bring up 4th and about 4.
So Galvin, obviously very deserving of going into the Hall of Fame. He had a heck of a run as football coach here, and I don't know that anyone thought that he'd be a better AD than he was a head coach, but I definitely feel that as principal.
Yeah, and he was a great coach. I coached with him, played for him back when he was a defensive coordinator. All-around great guy. Still work for him as a coach every once in a while, too. It's awesome. They're coming out with the kicking game here.
Okay.
Looks like they're a little bit confused. They're short a guy.
Okay, they got 11 now.
Why haven't we started the play clock?
Good question. It's ticking now.
There we go.
That's not bad for them, though, to
No, they needed that.
have a little extra time.
5 yards would be great right now.
So from the 10-yard line, 17-yard field goal.
27-yard field goal looks
No good. He pulled it left. Blair Walshed it.
Well, nice thing about high school football is they're bringing that out to the top.
Well, that's too bad. That was a great scoring opportunity for the Raiders. Really nice play on that seamer to get the ball to the 15-yard line. They just couldn't muster much offense after that.
Nice job by Coach Calistro. You had the one hiccup play, but all of a sudden just put the clamps on, and there they were. Mustang defense right back to what we were used to seeing.
So this is a nice little opportunity here for the Mustangs. You know, this are things you practice situationally. With 2 minutes, 41 seconds here remaining in the half. Ball on the 20. They got 80 yards to go in, you know, a little over 2.5 minutes. Let's see if this Mustangs can get some more points on the board. Get us to read about this sponsor, this Eggert Family Dentistry, one more time before the end of the half. Come out in Twins.
Little counter action.
Yeah.
Nice run there by Tran. Great blocking. Treader with the lead up. Wow, good blocking.
You don't always get to see the speed, but Tran's got mad speed. So does Kucher, who got the touchdown here in the start of the second quarter receiving. Those guys are on a track, have speed. So does Gotson, so does Mugisa. I mean, the track and field program for the Mustangs is probably the best off-season training this football team could have.
Absolutely, has been for years. I mean, if you're a football player, you're a lineman, you got to throw with Coach Davis. If you're a back receiver, you got to get in those sprints, jumps.
Got a timeout, Mustangs, 1:53 here.
Play clock was winding down there a little bit.
So that was a 9-yard gain by Trent. It's 2nd and 1 here when we come back from the timeout.
Yeah, it was nice seeing that counter there, seeing him get back to what we have seen the last couple of years. Guard pulling, kicking out, wingback leading up, and Tran just following right up there. Robert Essie did a great job walling that off.
You know, I was reminded when I ran into these Roseville coaches that it's been 20 years since we won a state championship in track and field. Coach Grant, their offensive coordinator, was co-head coach at the time. My brother Russ Reitz was head coach. I was on that staff coaching sprints. It's fun to think about 20 years later that these guys are all still doing it. Of course, Russ Reitz, my brother's the principal at White Bear Lake, and Grant's in his 25th year of teaching at Roseville High School, and he's still coaching. Just amazing.
It's awesome to see guys like that where they're here for a long time.
So Twins here to the right. Wheeler out of the gun. It's got Godson open on a slant. And he's all the way up close to midfield. Looks like the 47-yard line, 1st and 10 Mustangs. That'll stop the clock for a minute here.
See if we get going here, or if they kind of keep it under control. Got a little bit of time now. You've got it out to the 50-yard line almost.
As soon as the chain's set, the clock will start again. 1:40 here and counting in the first half. 14-0 lead for the Mustangs, 1st and 10 from the 46. We're going to have 3 receivers to the left of Wheeler, Godson to the right. Tran is the back. They're going to hand it off here on what looked like an ISO play.
Yep. Nice block on that right side there by Hunneman and Jack Fry. Just able to move that Roseville defensive line back.
Gain about 3 yards.
Mustangs got to move. Working against the clock as much as they are the Raiders at this point.
Mustangs set up.
See if we can get it into field goal range here,
Again.
at least.
Yep, trips to the left here. 3-step drop. Wheeler looks deep, steps up in the pocket. Just can't clear that Raider scrum. He's tackled at midfield. Mustangs call an immediate timeout.
He was inches away from going at least 30 yards there.
No question about it. There was no one in the middle of the field. So good decision.
Yeah. Great decision. Tuck it and go. Just got held up there a little bit by defensive line there by Roseville.
46 seconds to go.
Nice coverage downfield for Roseville, too. Again, we're a little bit delayed so we can see the play really a second time. And that was his only real option.
Now the problem is you got to go to the sideline or get at least a first down because clock's running. We were out of timeouts. 46 seconds left.
And it's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. You got to get that 6 yards right now. Don't want to punt right now. But I guess you could just hold on to the ball. Punt with no time left. Nice swing out here to Tran. He's got some room.
He's got a first down.
Yep.
Great runs hard, too. You do see the burst there, don't you?
Yes, he has got speed. Saw that over at Island Lake back in the track program. He can really fly.
So Mustangs get a first
Get
down
set.
there.
Get set.
They're going to spike the ball here.
I think Wheeler's talking out there to Cornelius. All Cornelius has got to do is he's just got to stand there. It doesn't matter where he's at. He's just got to stand because everybody's got to be set before they can snap the ball. Don't want to waste any seconds.
Yeah, he could line up in the backfield. Doesn't matter as long as he's off the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
So 2nd and 10 after the spike. 34 seconds. Clock is stopped. Ball on the 39-yard line. Not sure what kind of leg Gator MacArthur has, but we may see quite soon what he can do unless the Mustangs are able to get this thing into the end zone. Trips to the field side.
They're
That's
coming.
Wheeler's right. They are blitzing, and he's going to throw it over the middle. That's Cornelius in and out of his hands. A little worried about the hit that was coming, I think.
Yeah. Wheeler did a great job giving himself some room. Found the open man, just wasn't able to connect. Brings up 3rd and 10 after the spike counted for 1, and then this play right here we just saw.
Bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs.
30 seconds remaining here in the half.
I think the Mustangs can be a little bit, they can take a little bit of a chance here just due to the fact that Roseville hasn't had a ton of offense.
Cornelius and Godson to Wheeler's left.
They're coming
he looks
again.
left. He's going to scramble to the
room.
right. He's going to throw left. He's got Cornelius open, and it is tipped away. If I'm not mistaken, it looked tipped. Good defensive play.
He was wide open. All of a sudden, right at the last second, just got a hand in there. Great job, Wheeler, stepping up in the pocket. There was a little bit of pressure there. Roseville's bringing an extra guy right up the middle, so hopefully those interior 3 guys, Gavin, Essie, and Honeman can pick that guy up. They're bringing both linebackers, it looks like, so they're leaving kind of that middle range open.
That was really a fantastic play by the safety to tip that away. That looked like a surefire completion, really down to about the 5-yard line.
Yep.
So now 4th and 10, 23 seconds. Again, you've got Godson singled up to the left. Looks like he's double covered to the left. Wheeler's going to take a 3-step drop. He looks right. He scrambles. He's going to still try to throw left, but he's going to fumble the ball. Essie picks it up, and he's going to go down to the 40. And that's going to be Roseville ball with 14 seconds here remaining. Paulke's going to head down because he is being inducted into the Mustang Football Hall of Fame. Pretty incredible that this guy plays for the Mustangs, coaches for the Mustangs, now does the color commentary for the Mustangs. He is well deserving of being in this Mustang Football Hall of Fame. So we're going to have a 23-minute halftime with a Hall of Fame ceremony. I'm definitely going to take a break myself, head down, and make sure I shake the hands of some of these great historic Mounds View players and coaches. They put the names of the first inductees into the Hall of Fame on our storage shed just inside the stadium. Kind of a new thing here for the Mustangs to honor our history and our alumni. Coach Odom has had a big role in that. Mike Odom, he's a former player. He works at the school. He does a really great job, and we're excited about what he's bringing to this program alongside Coach Malberg. So we're going to stop, break for halftime. It's 14-0 Mustangs. We'll be back here in about 20 minutes.
Fantastic halftime show coming up for you. Now the performance team and our Hall of Fame entrance to the Mustang Football Hall of Fame. All right, Mustang fans, it's time to hear from and see our Mountain Performance team performing their power routine, led by senior captain Anna, Eleni, Jaden, Liz, Mirabelle, Natalie, Olivia, Simon, and Shelby. Proud coaches Emma and Lynn. Here they are, the Mountain View Performance team. Great job, ladies. Let's hear it for the Mounds View Performance team. Outstanding. And a great tradition here at Mounds View High School. We've got a new tradition as well. It's the Mounds View Football Hall of Fame. And we are delighted introduce you to our 2025 Hall of Fame class here tonight. It's an outstanding group of Mustangs. Current Mustangs going to welcome our Hall of Fame class onto the field. We, of course, want to thank the folks that put this together. And head coach Garrett Over out there to recognize the crew as well. We'll start. The guy who didn't know our election, but is up here being play-by-play on our live stream. Our first inductee in the Mounds Football Hall of Fame. Let's hear it for Joe Pelkey. Joe was an offensive and defensive lineman for the Mustangs from 1995 to 1997, as well as a captain for the 1997 team. He helped the Mustangs capture back-to-back conference titles in 1996 to 97. He was two-time all-conference selection as well as an all-state selection. In 1997, he was selected as the team MVP as well as conference defensive player of the year. Joe went on to play 2 years at the University of Minnesota, followed by 3 years at the University of Northwestern. Joe was an athlete force at Northwestern, where he was notably the greatest offensive lineman in Eagle history. He helped lead the Eagles to the NCAA championship in 2000, followed by another finish in 2002. Joe was a 3-time All-American during his time at Northwestern and was inducted into the Hall of Fame back in 2019. Joe currently lives in Idle Lake with his wife Laura and daughter Rachel. He teaches gym at Idle Lake Elementary School and coaches 9th grade girls basketball here at Mounds View, along with other youth sports in the Mounds View area. Let's thank Joe and congratulate him on his induction into the Mounds View Mustangs Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. Up next, a man who needs no introduction. He brought Mustang football to where it is. Gary Ingen. Let's hear it for Coach Ingen. Coach Ingen began his coaching career in 1983. Friday night football at Mounds High School would not be a thing unless it were Coach Ingen. When he started here at Mounds View, and when I was here as a student, we did not have lights. We played our home games at Irondale. Coach Ingen, along with other coaches and community members, put their houses down as collateral to pay for the lights in the bleachers here at Mounds High School. What came of that is now known as the Light Brigade. Coach Ingen then started a fundraising campaign to raise the money to pay back the loans that had taken out on their homes. Coach Ingen was also instrumental in the weightlifting culture at Mounds High School. Both Mounds and Spring Lake Park, where Coach also had an impact, still get together every March for a friendly weightlifting competition, appropriately named the Gary Ingen Classic. Coach Ingen led the Mustangs to their first state tournament appearance in history in 2000. And so we thank Coach Ingen and congratulate him on his induction into the Mounds Football Hall of Fame class of 2025. Up next is Matt Henry. Matt started as the tight end and defensive end for the Mustangs from 1993 to 1996. He was a 3-year starter and a captain of the 1996 team. Matt was awarded All-Conference, All-Metro, and All-State as a senior for the Mustangs. He led his team to 3 section championship appearances. In his final game as a Mustang, Matt had 5 sacks and blocked a punt against Street-Durham Hall. Matt went on to play offensive line at the University of Minnesota from 1997 to 2001 and was a 4-time letter winner. He was also selected to the 1998 All-Big Ten academic team. In 2002, Matt was a 6th-round draft choice of the San Diego Chargers. He also spent time with the Indianapolis Colts, Minnesota Vikings, and Houston Texans. Matt currently lives in Wayzata with his 4 kids, ages 11, 13, 14, and 17, where he's a partner in a company called Apprise Technology. He loves coaching and watching his kids' sports and activities and attending Gopher football games. Let's hear it for Matt Henry and his introduction into the Mounds Football Hall of Fame. Next up, another classic, Billy Turner. Billy Turner was a standout offensive and defensive lineman for the Mustangs. He was a 3-year starter from 2007 to 2009. He helped compile a 26-8 record during his time with the Mustangs. And during his career, Mounds View, Billy was named to the Ceremonies All-Conference team, the St. Paul Pioneer Press All-State team, and Minneapolis Star Tribune All-Metro team, and appeared in the Star Tribune and Carolina All-Metro preseason teams. Billy went on to win 3 national championships at North Dakota State University, where he was a 3-time All-American for the Bison. Billy was the 67th overall pick in the 2014 NFL draft and played 10 NFL seasons. In 2020, he was presented the Edge Lock Courage Award for the Green Bay Packers. Billy is currently enjoying his retirement from professional football and loves spending time with his family, girlfriend, and their pet dogs. Thank you, Billy, and congratulations on your induction into the Mustang Football Hall of Fame. Next up, Coach Jim Galvin. Jim began his coaching career at Mounds High School way back in 1993 as the defensive coordinator. He held that position for 7 years before taking over as the head coach of the Mustangs in 2001. He was the head coach for 16 years, and he amassed an overall record of 121 wins and just 52 losses. He helped lead the Mustangs to 3 conference championships, 7 section championships, 7 tournament appearances, state tournament appearances, and 2 state semifinal appearances. He currently serves as coach as athletic and activities director here at Mounds and has done so since 2017. Coach Galvin's impact on the players that have had the pleasure to call him coach is unmatched. His overall record as head coach, of course, is impressive, but it's his ability to connect with young men and use football as a tool to help them build men of character and integrity is what really sets him apart. Thanks so much to Coach Jim Galvin, and welcome to the Mustang Football Hall of Fame. 2 to go. Well, a man that usually has this spot every Friday night is Rick Berggren. And now he joins the Hall of Fame, the voice of the Mustangs for 27 years. Not only is Rick also the Mustang football voice, he's the voice of the MV boys and girls basketball, lacrosse, and ceremonies conference track and field meet. Rick doesn't stop there as he lends his voice to the Bethel Royals as their football announcer. Now, Rick has 2 sons, Dave and Mark, and they attended Mountain as well, and they played football here. Rick is retired from a career in sales and fundraising, and he and his wife, Diane, just celebrated 53 years of marriage. Rick is passionate about his faith, family, golf, and, of course, Mustangs and Bethel athletics. Rick's love for Mounds youth is what sets him apart. He is a servant leader in our community, and Mounds youth football wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for his consistent enthusiasm. So let's thank Rick and congratulate him on his induction into the Mounds Youth Football Hall of Fame. And finally, last but not least, Adam Weber was a 4-year starting quarterback and 2-year captain for the Mustangs from 2002 to 2005. Weber helped lead the Mustangs to 1 conference championship, 2 section championships, and 2 state tournament appearances. He was a 3-time All-Conference selection, Star Tribune, and Tier 11 All-Metro selection, as well as a 3-time All-State selection. And catch this, folks, over his career as a passer, he completed 65% of his passes for over 5,000 yards and 35 touchdowns. As a runner, he rushed for over 1,500 yards and 28 touchdowns on the ground. Adam went on to be a 4-year starter at the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers and was recognized as a second-team All-Big Ten performer in 2008. After a standout career as a Gopher, Adam was signed undrafted free agent by Denver with the Broncos, and he also spent time in Tampa Bay before pivoting to a coaching career where he was a graduate assistant at the University of Minnesota. Adam currently lives in Maple Grove with his wife Jasmine, his son Bear, and his daughter Billy. Let's hear it for Adam Weber, a new member of the class of 2025. And let's hear it one more time for our class of 2025 in the Hall of Fame for Mounds View football. All right, let's hear it for our student section. Great spirit there, honoring the mark of our patriotism there. USA channel. And we also want to thank our platinum sponsor in 2025, Three Kings Express, Amazon delivery partner with family roots right here at Mounds High School. So thanks to Three Kings Express, your platinum sponsor for Mounds football this season. Our gold level sponsors are F&M Bank, Cap, Carpet and Jewelry, Philly Aesthetics, American Restaurant, Larry's Gold, Midway Ford, and Pony Real Estate Group. And our silver level sponsors for this season are 496 and Beggars Family Dentistry. Thanks for your support of football. Quick recap of the scoring in the first half. The Mustangs' first touchdown, Weston Kucher, a 12-yard touchdown reception from Beckham Wheeler. And then the Mustangs' second touchdown came from Jackson Wheeler, a 1-yard TD plunge for the Mustangs. 14-0 after the half.
Yeah, well, I didn't make it very far. See it down and pushing that cart?
Welcome back, everybody, to Mustang Stadium. My name is Rob Reitz, principal here at Mounds View High School, and we are going to bring you the second half of Mounds View Mustang football. Against the Roseville Raiders, the Mustangs lead 14-0. It was a very quiet, defensive first quarter. Then after a couple of untimely Roseville Raider turnovers in Mustang territory, the Mustangs score on consecutive snaps. The first, about a 10-yard catch to Wes Kuchar in the back left corner of the end zone from Blake Wheeler. And the second, a touchdown from Godson, his second of the season. Really just a 1-yard score here, and the Mustangs went up 14-0. I think I said Blake, I meant Beckham. Joe Paulke is back with us.
Yes.
Just inducted into the Hall of Fame. How'd that feel, my friend?
It was great. It's always great to be a part of my teammates and coach. I played for Coach Engen and Galvin, and played with Matt Anderle, so it was a lot of fun to see those guys.
Yeah, Coach Engen's still coming to all these games. I see him at Irondale basketball. I mean, the guy is just still committed to this community.
He is. I mean, he has always been a Mounds View School District guy, not just Mounds View, but Irondale too.
Yeah, he absolutely has. He's been across the highway here at both schools.
Lives over on that side, but definitely bleeds green.
So we may have a few guests here joining us on the broadcast. Is that right?
Hopefully. Sounds like Adam Weber and Matt Anderle both might swing up here. So
yeah, that'll be really fun to talk to both. You know, it's funny when you stand next to a guy that you can hear on podcasts. You know, Adam was just on the Gophers podcast talking about his time there. That was a pair and a spare. Justin Guard's on that podcast. So he's a pretty big get if he can come up and help us.
Absolutely.
With a few of the details here of the second half.
And he's helped out over at the high school here for the last couple. Well, he helped out a couple years ago, and it was great. But now he has a couple kids, and it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, got to pull something off the table.
Yeah, you know, I've run into him working with our quarterbacks. I know both our quarterbacks have had a little bit of time with him in the off season, just going over X's and O's and watching some film. Yep. I mean, this guy coached at UCLA for
yes, he
did.
did.
This is just an amazing opportunity that our kids have to learn from some pretty great alumni.
Played with Peyton Manning. Yeah, think about that. I mean, think about that quarterback room that he's sitting in right there.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, sitting with Peyton Manning talking football.
Yeah, I don't know if it gets any better than that in terms of X's and O's.
No.
So the Mustangs are going to receive the ball here, already up 14.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. We kind of had a short halftime with you know, they were out there with the tunnel, and so they only had about 10 minutes to talk. So it'd be interesting to see what kind of adjustments they were able to make.
Tanner Jude back here speaking of quarterbacks. Tanner's plays some quarterback for the Mustangs. He's going to return the ball here. Such a good athlete to not, you know, always have on the field. But when you've got a senior like Wheeler playing, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yep. Be interesting to see here what Roseville decides to do. I'm assuming they kick off, but you never know. I mean, they've tried some trickery here, but I'm assuming they're going to kick it deep. You know, a little short kick.
Yeah, Jude comes up, makes the catch about the 20-yard line.
Oh.
Breaks through that first line, and he's up to the 35.
He was close to being gone. He was close. Great return, though. He hit that seam and was just going.
Jude also a really great baseball player. Of course, his brother graduated last year, Jacob.
Yep. Jacob was that fullback / wingback, whatever you want to call it. Just did a great job blocking all year last year and also played a little bit of defense.
On behalf of Mounds View Football, I want to recognize today's points sponsor, Eggert Family Dentistry of North Oaks. A big thank you to Elizabeth and Jeff Eggert for their continued support of Mustang football. That's Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you. Wheeler out of the gun with 3 receivers to his right. He's going to hand the ball off here to Tran, who's going to bust it out to the right around the corner.
Looks like that just got held up there right at the line of scrimmage and had to bounce it. If he was able to hit it on the run, I think he could have had a couple more yards, but nice little 2-yard gain. Bringing up 2nd and 8. We can deal with that.
Just positive yards here. I think Mounds View keeping it on the ground is a smart move.
Want that clock running.
Kuchar up. Yep. Kuchar and McGeesa to the left here now. Wheeler. Looks like Treader in that wing position. He's going to hand the ball off here again to Tran around the side. Nice block there by Mugisa.
Oh, ball pop free. Thankfully went out of bounds.
Yeah, Tran tried to lower his shoulder, and they ended up popping the ball out.
It was a great block by Mugisa, though. I mean, he was able to seal that, get the edge, and was able to get Tran an extra 4 or 5 yards there.
So Tran's going to check out. Be 3rd down and 4 for the Mustangs. Looks like Godson's going to be in the backfield this time.
Nice thing with 3rd and 4, you got a lot of options of what you want to do.
Yeah, they're going to go trips to the field side with Mugisa, Treader, and Cornelius. Kuchar to the left. This is a swing pass to Mugisa, makes a move and tackled shy of the first down. About 1.5 yards short of the sticks.
That was a nice block there by Treader, keeping it on the edge, but just wasn't able to get off that second level tackler there. Brings up 4th and 1. See what the Mustangs do. They always have that quarterback punt situation. See what Coach Woodley decides to do here.
Go trips to the boundary.
Freeze them a little bit, see if they can get them out, jump off sides.
Oh,
there it is. There it is. Nice work.
Well, that couldn't have been executed better.
Nope.
Roseville coach is not thrilled with that outcome. 1st and 10, Mustangs. That probably would have just been a pooch punt.
It would have been. I mean, you're short side of the 50, you probably just got to get it away and let the defense play. Great job by the offensive line, just standing there, making sure, close your eyes. You don't want to jump, make them jump.
Ball right at midfield. 1st and 10, Mustangs. Treader in the wing. Ooh, that looked like a false start. They didn't call it.
I think he was off the line of scrimmage, so maybe they're just going to let that go.
Ooh,
that was a big hit.
So Wheeler goes down after the quarterback keep, but a nice gain there, about 10 yards and a 1st down.
Looks like he's limping a little bit too, so I got a feeling it wasn't just up high, it also kind of rolled up on his leg there. But that was a vicious hit. I would say it was a legal hit. I'm not going to say it was an illegal hit. It was just a hard hit.
Tell you what, Mugisa's a really good blocker. That was a nice block downfield too. All right, Treader in the wing to the right with 2 receivers out wide. That's Mugisa and Cornelius. They're going to hand it off.
Counter. That's going to go a ways.
There's Godson making moves, showing his speed. Tackle from behind, but into the red zone. Mustangs another 1st down. They are threatening to put another score on the board.
Great job blocking up front by that offensive line. Man, just walled it off, bring those pullers around, able to hit it upfield. Mugisa hit it on the run. Or no, that was Godson hit it on the run, and it was great play.
Yeah, Treader really didn't even have to hit anyone. He was the second blocker through the hole. So great counter play there, sets up the Mustangs 1st and 10. This Tran around the right side. Another nice block by Mugisa, and Tran's all the way up inside the 5-yard line.
Man, great block there. Jack Fry and also Treader were able just to move their guys right up the field. I mean, they had their guys backing up. It was like they were on ice skates. Nice 15-yard, 20-yard run there by Tran, but you got to give credit to that right side of the offensive line.
Yeah, who's 51?
That's Jack Fry.
Yeah, he did a really nice job.
He did a great job blocking there. I work with his mom over at Island Lake.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, absolutely.
What does she do?
She is a specialist, actually, tech specialist.
All right.
Awesome. She's a Mustang grad. Touchdown.
There's another touchdown. Wheeler, a quarterback keeper. Mustangs 20-0 over the Raiders here early in the 3rd quarter.
Loving it. Great keep there. Nice work there by the Mustang offense. Just marching down the field.
So the Mustangs add 6 more points to their total. Tonight's points are brought to you by Eggert Family Dentistry. Thanks for your continued support.
Let's see what we do here. Let's try something different. Never mind. What is it, Gator?
Gator MacArthur.
Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good.
Who do we have holding? Is that Cornelius?
Yes, Cornelius.
Okay. Sam's got good hands, not bad.
He does. That's exactly what you were looking for on that first drive after the half. Come down, take about 4 minutes off the clock, drive it 65 yards for a touchdown, making it look pretty easy. We did have that one little hiccup where we had to go to 4th and 1, but Mustangs were able to pull it through with the freeze play, making the Raiders jump off sides.
I'm going to take this last opportunity here to thank all of our Mounds Football and Booster Club sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Three Kings Express. Our gold sponsors, F&M Bank, Cap Carpet and Flooring, Tilly Aesthetics, All-American Restoration, Flaherty's Arden Bowl, Midway Ford, Coley Real Estate Group. Our silver sponsors are Shore 96 and the Eggert Family Dentistry.
We got a special guest up here.
What's up? Adam Weber joining the broadcast. Got a kickoff here to about the 10-yard line. Roseville's going to take it from there. Nice coverage again by the Mustangs, stopping the Raiders inside the 20-yard line. First and 10, Roseville. Welcome, Adam. Super pumped to have you up here. Congratulations on your induction to the Mustangs Football Hall of Fame.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to be up here. This is a great view you guys have up here.
Yeah, we don't mind. We used to be on top, braving the weather, but we'll take it inside the press box. So, did you know they were going to come out and run Buck Sweet tonight?
No, how about that? It's a fun little surprise.
I think that's in honor of all you guys.
Tried and true. It works.
It does work. I'm sure Roseville's like, we did not prepare for that. You guys were running that a little bit back in the day, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, a lot of that.
So what year were you here with the Mustangs?
So let's see, it was 02 to 2005.
Okay, and you started as a freshman, yeah?
Yep. So that first game against Blaine, 2002. So, yeah, my brother and all those guys, they were seniors, which helped. They made me feel
a little more welcome.
A little bit more welcome, yeah. I grew up with those guys, so getting into that huddle wasn't as daunting as it probably could have been, having those familiar faces there.
And you guys must have won some conference championships, some section championships, play at state a little bit?
Yeah, we did. Let's see, that first year we were conference champs. We lost in sections, the section championship. And then sophomore year, won section, and then lost to Hastings in that first round of the state. And then again, our senior year, section champ, and then lost to Eden Prairie on a field goal, last second field goal.
Old Coach Mike Grant's still there doing that.
Yes, oh man.
Yeah, you were playing both ways back then.
Yeah, I was trying to convince Galvin to get that going early, but come playoff time, he allowed it to happen. And I would say, as much as I love quarterback and playing offense, I love defense just as much. So it's fun to get out there and at least stay on the field and feel like you're contributing, a little bit more.
And you were a great defensive player too. I mean, able to just see so well, coming from that quarterback perspective. You see what was happening, and you're able to go make a play.
Yeah, I think it helps. Oh, what's going on here? Definitely, being able to see it both sides of the field like that, it for sure helps understanding how I would look at it as a quarterback, and then being back there as a safety, or even coming up at the linebacker position. You can, read a little bit quicker, get to the ball faster, just because you're picking up on cues that maybe you wouldn't have otherwise noticed if you weren't on the other side of the ball.
So talk a little bit about your connection to the program now. I know I've come into the MAC and I've seen you working with some quarterbacks. How did that all come about, and how often are you helping these coaches out here?
Yeah, well, Coach Moberg and I were teammates, and so I was happy to see him take over the reins here for the Mustangs, and he's doing such a great job at all levels with the whole entire program, youth all the way up through high school.
No doubt about it.
And so he's kind of asked me, hey, however you want to and are able to, we'd love to have you around. You're always welcome, and he's been great with that. And so just finding ways to how to stay involved and trying to figure out the right way of, how much time can I commit. And some of the things that I'm able to do is put together some camps, get these guys, the players, running routes, and then trying to share a little bit from the experiences I had in college and the NFL, and just being able to pass that down to them, running camps or even some private training or small group training with quarterbacks, and just try to pass along the information that I was able to pick up over my 4 years in Minnesota and then 2 years in the NFL.
I mean, do kids in high school have a sense of your history and playing for the Gophers and being with the Broncos and even coaching at UCLA? Do they know all that?
Well, it's funny you say that. Now it's almost 20 years ago. When I first started running camps, I think the guys still kind of remember, had heard of me or had some inkling. But now, these guys weren't even born. So no, but which is good. I mean, that's kind of part of it. But Coach Moberg and kind of the whole entire staff and people, they do a great job of, again, we even just with this Hall of Fame thing, hanging on to our lineage, honoring those before us, that matters. And I think it's such a cool tradition that they are starting. And that will just help continue to keep this program remaining strong, because it's a very strong, proud program.
Yeah, Coach Moberg has done a great job building community. It was already here in a lot of ways, but he just doubles down even further. The connection to the youth program is second to none. It's, I think, the envy of what most coaches want to come in and build. They don't just all have the history that he has in the program. His whole family, everything about him just screams green, screams Mounds View, and I love it. I couldn't ask for a better head coach.
No, it doesn't happen by accident. And I mean, to kind of your point of, some coaches kind of just wish it and want it to happen, but Aaron lives and breathes it. He's always on. He was speaking before this game when some of the Hall of Fame guys were having a little social hour, and he was emotional, and you can feel it. I mean, it's not forced, it's not fake. I mean, this is he has so much pride and so much love for what he's doing and for this program and for his players. You can't fake that, and people feel that. And as a team, as a player, you want to play for those type of coaches. And so everyone's very lucky to have Coach Moberg here for sure.
And his little guy McGuire's down on the track pumping up the crowd of the senior stable. Now, you got young kids too, is that right?
Yeah, so I was kind of nice. So I have my son Bear, who's going to be turning 4 here in October, and then my daughter Billy. Nice pass.
Nice pass. Catch by Kuchar.
Yep. And my daughter, who just turned 2. So it's great to have him, my family here, my wife Jasmine, my parents, my brother, and his 3 kids and his wife are here. And it's just really humbling to realize, first of all, that they showed up and they're here, because I want them to feel part of it as well. And it was really cool to share these moments with my son, because I want him to kind of feel it and experience it, because it's a team sport, not only with your teammates but your family, all these people that make sacrifices. And so I just wanted them to all kind of be here, and I'm very thankful and blessed that they showed up and are here supporting not only myself but all these other teams that are being recognized and other people being inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Are you guys living in the community, near the community?
Yeah, I it kind of pains me to say it, but we're in Maple Grove.
Okay, well,
open enrollment.
Yeah.
Open enrollment.
Yeah.
We got room at Island Lake.
We've been out there for almost 5 years. We do like it out there.
Oh, everyone loves it out there, man.
You live close to Callistro's, don't you?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we're neighbors. Yeah, so Coach Calistro is a neighbor right across the street. So my son,
cool.
his son Rocky, my son Bear, they're wrestling all the time, and they're going to be getting into trouble here in no time as they grow up in this neighborhood. But we like it out there. It works, but, I mean, there's nothing like this community for sure.
And is your wife from Minnesota? Did you meet her?
Yeah, so she grew up at Coon Rapids, was a basketball player at Coon Rapids, and then went on to St. Thomas and played basketball there. So it's nice. When we popped around and finally moved back to Minnesota, we knew this is a spot where we wanted to raise our family. Nice first down. Because Minnesota in general, but then just these communities, Shoreview, Arden Hills, this whole area, and then even out by us now, just a great spot to raise a family.
No doubt about it, man. Yeah, I don't live in the community either. I just think the Twin Cities metro area is a prime time place for any parent to raise a family. These are great schools. I obviously think very highly of Mounds View High School, but come on, Maple Grove, it's a pretty incredible place to send your kids if that's where they end up.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're going to be there next week.
Yes, we are.
We'll be at the game. Yeah, no, and that's, the thing is, they're one of those big schools now. I mean, I don't know what their enrollment is now, but they're adding on to that high school.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised in a few years here, further down the road, there'll be 2 high schools there. I mean, you look at Rogers out there as well. I mean, that whole Northwest area is just exploding. I feel like out by us, the house is going up every single day. So it's always fun. Like at Mounds, we've always kind of been that lower big school, numbers-wise and enrollment-wise. And to compete against those big schools, it's tough. But that's 6A football.
Yeah, I actually talked to Coach Moberg about it, because you see a school like Centennial, they actually boast about the size of their school and the fact that they compete so well in 6A, but they're open enrolled.
Yeah.
We have very limited open enrollment at the elementary level. We had 497 freshmen walk through our door this week.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big class for us.
It's one of the
without
biggest in
open
a while.
enrollment.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So we do a lot with less, and it's in part because of what you're talking about, this connection with the youth program and how hard Coach Moberg and his staff work, not just in season but throughout the year. That's why I said earlier I love seeing his family here, because any opportunity you have to have family around you when you give this much time to the program is absolute gold.
Oh, well, yeah, 100%. I'm just blown away by, all really high school coaches in any sport, the sacrifice that they make for the players, for the school, for the program. And then particularly at the head coaching level with what he does, he goes above and beyond, for sure above and beyond the job description, right? And that's what it takes. And it's, to your point, it's awesome that his family embraces it. They bleed, green and gold, green and white, and they're full, Mustangs, true and true.
Well, I don't want to keep you all night, but I would be remiss if I didn't ask you about Coach Galvin. He's the activities director here. I work very closely with him. I think the world of this guy's ethics, his integrity, he is a phenomenal educator. Talk a little bit about what he was like as a head coach for you.
Coach Galvin's amazing. I think in that social hour prior to this game, I think Coach Moberg, Aaron, had mentioned just there's not one person that didn't love playing for Coach Galvin. How he treated, say, the starters, the same way he treated the 4th-string, person who would never see the field. So high integrity, high character individual, treated people fairly, very dry sense of humor, which is just hilarious. Back in high school, he was a gym teacher at the time, a lot of Galvanisms. Things he would say, they were just hilarious. And so I think as young men, it's great to have figures in your life that you can look up to and try to emulate and respect. And Coach Galvin was definitely that man in my life. And it's been great to kind of stay around this community and to continue to interact with him and see him in a different capacity. It's been a blessing trying to just now for almost 25, 30 years of my life to know Coach Galvin and to kind of go through different chapters of my life and see different chapters in his life and do that together has been just amazing.
Yeah, I think he's 34 years into serving this Moundsview community, which I just think is incredible, and he's not done. I mean, he's got some years left here that he wants to put in, and I wouldn't be any happier to have him stay for a lifetime.
Yeah. What happened with Coach Moberg is a direct reflection of what Coach Galvin started and Coach Ingen before that. So very lucky to have these strong men leading this program and to be a part of this school. We're very lucky in this community to have these type of people around us.
Well, thank you so much for taking
Thank you,
the time
guys.
to come up
Yeah,
here, man. I
pleasure.
appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Adam.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys. Go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs.
We got 4:05 here left in the third quarter. Moundsview leads 21-0 over Roseville. They've been driving down the field here. Wheeler's thrown some really nice balls, most of them caught, some of them in and out of hands of these Mustang receivers. Their trips to the left now. I think that's Caden Tran to the left. It is. He's going to get the handoff here around the right-hand side. Tackled just beyond the line of scrimmage.
And you got to think about Beckham Wheeler. You got Adam Weber up here talking, and all of a sudden he breaks conversation. Says, that's a great pass. I mean, that's your all-time best quarterback at Moundsview and maybe even at the University of Minnesota. And all of a sudden he's saying, that's a nice pass. I mean, Beckham's got to feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I mean, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Even I was fortunate enough to come into coaching when Adam Weber was a senior. Mm-hmm. So I knew what kind of speed he had as a quarterback. He was a true dual threat.
He was.
And to see him then go off to the Gophers, I mean, I'm a huge Gopher backer. I didn't go to school there, but I grew up being a big Gophers fan. I still am. And it's just fun to talk to a guy that has that kind of pedigree.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 4-year starter at the U, captain, I think all 4 years. I mean, think about that. I mean, I think he had almost 10,000 yards of passing, something like that.
He's so humble.
Yes, he is. And such a great guy.
I think it's kind of cool that he's a product of, Coach Galvin's coaching. I went down to congratulate Galvin on, he's just such a humble guy himself, and I feel like that comes through in sort of the way in which he's developed all these student athletes to go off and be really uncommon men, which is what Coach Moberg talks all the time about. He cares a lot more about what kids do 10, 20, 30 years after they leave the program than he does about the scoreboard at the end of each game.
And he also cares about families. I mean, that was one of the things that, he talked about in the reception there. I mean, first thing he did was he talked to all the parents of the players that he coached. I mean, he coached all 4 of us, Billy, Matt, Adam, and I. And, first thing he did was talk to the parents because he was so close with them, still is in contact with most of the parents to this day.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
A lot of love for this Mounds program.
Coach Galvin, he's just a great guy. I think I was around for his first year when he was over at Highview Middle School. Oh, yeah. I was a student there. Yeah. He was only there a little bit of time, and then he got over here to the high school, which was a great spot for him, and stayed here for a long time.
Mogisa, Treader, and Kuchar to the left, and that's going to be a screen to Mogisa. He's got a nice block up and around the corner.
Great block by both Treader and number 4,
Wes
Kuchar. Yeah, they got him an extra 15 yards.
So that's going to be 1st and goal for the Mustangs. So they've come out and really started to dominate here in the 3rd quarter. Up 3 scores, threatening to put a 4th on the board. Beckham has the play. He's going to run in from the sideline.
Nice to see him punching in here.
Yep, Godson's going to be all the way out. No, he's going to move now. Trying to figure out where to line up is Godson. So it's going to be a handoff here.
Didn't look like we were quite on the same page there.
It didn't really look like we knew what was happening on that play. We'll reset.
Nothing wrong. It's 1st down. Now all of a sudden becomes 2nd and 5. You still, you feel pretty good at 2nd and 5. A little bit tougher since you have the back of the end zone, kind of as a barrier, but 2nd and 5 is still a good situation. One of the things that's kind of cool right now is looking at the end zone and looking out the back here. You're seeing the little kid football game. That's that next generation of Mustangs. Right back there playing a little football in the end zone. It's great to see.
Yeah, it's fun seeing all the kids here mostly hanging out behind the stands, but these are all future Mustangs coming to our games.
Yeah, that's great protection right there.
Yeah, Wheeler not sure he can get rid of the ball. He's still scrambling, delivering back in the end zone. Godson, touchdown Mustangs.
That was just great by Wheeler right there. He was able he got hit, was able to bounce off, had great protection from the offensive line, found what he wanted, hit him in the back of the end zone, hit Godson for the touchdown.
Of course, that's another Mounds U Mustang touchdown. Tonight's scoring sponsored by Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you again, Eggert Family Dentistry, for backing Mustangs football. Mustangs again lining up and swinging gate, bringing in their K-ball. Gator MacArthur. Kind of awaiting the snap here. Not sure if they're ever going to show something. It's been a couple years since they did anything tricky out of that formation.
I know it's one of those things you want to have somebody practice it, but I think you got to do something different every once in a while just to make them do something other than just say, hey, they're going to kick it.
So high snap, but good hold and kick. MacArthur is 4 for 4, and it's 28-0. Mustangs lead the Raiders.
Go through a little bit of the what's gone on around Mounds View High School in the last couple weeks here. I know the fall season has just started. Volleyball on Wednesday won their home opener 3-1 over Spring Lake Park. They are actually playing tonight in the tournament, but their next home game, September 10th, versus Tartan at home. Like you said earlier, all you Mustang students, get to the game. It's free. We love having you listen to us right now, but get to the game if you can. It's free for the Mustang students.
Yeah, we had a great turnout for volleyball home game the other night.
Love it.
So they are coming out.
That's great to see. Girls soccer right now, they're 1-2-2. They won last night against White Bear Lake 3-2. So they're getting back on the right swing. They had a tough start, but now they're getting right back in there. Their next home game, September 9th, at home versus Forest Lake. Boys soccer, again, is at home versus Forest Lake September 9th.
They beat White Bear.
Yeah, they beat White Bear, and they also got a big win against Duluth East, 5-2 last week. They are 2-2, looks like, on the season. Cross country, a little bit down. Boys cross country, last year they were so good, but they were 4th at Rosemount, a big Irish Invitational, 5th at Anoka last week.
So they were 5th at Anoka, but they ran runners 12 through 19.
Yeah.
They didn't run any of their big-time varsity guys. They're going to gear up and go for this meet next Friday. Now where they're running escapes me. Do you have it?
I don't have that. I don't have that.
Okay.
I know it's not usually a home meet. Their home meet is usually a 9th grade meet. And the girls cross country was 3rd at Rosemount and 4th at Anoka.
Also a very young team. You know, they only have 5 seniors, I think. They're really running a lot of 8th through 10th grade kids. They're super talented. A lot of kids bunched up around that 2-mile 5K. So I'm really, really excited about that girls cross country team.
Absolutely. So, football-wise, the lower levels, the sophomore team, they beat Lakeville South 29-8 last week. But then this week, Roseville did not have a sophomore team, so they played Centennial. Centennial has a tough sophomore team. They beat the Mustangs. The freshman team, both A and B, lost to Lakeville South. I know one of the freshman teams played last night. I think they only got one game in because Roseville only has one team, but they beat them 32-0. So that was great to see. Absolutely. Seeing the Mustang lower level starting to come along, just moving the ball down the field. 32 points as a freshman team. I mean, that's a lot of points.
Yeah, that's fantastic. They've really tried to figure out how best to balance those two teams because a lot of schools run AB.
Yes.
And we're not a real big AB school. We want to make sure that we're stretching and challenging kids as much as possible.
And I love the fact that you don't go AB because all of a sudden, you get those B kids, they're like, I'm not going to play the next year. If everybody's playing, on the equal team, you're going to get more kids out as sophomores. And I think you're seeing that because now I think they're close to 50 kids with sophomores. So they're starting to build back up.
Yeah, these are all the kind of tough decisions that a head coach makes that really have a huge impact on the program.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're 2nd and 2 here after an 8-yard gain from Roseville. Had a timeout here. Might have been an injury on the field.
Yep.
RJ Madison comes walking out. A little bit of a limp. Definitely want to see him get back out there. Excited for him to be able to get the start tonight. Browning under center, out of the eye. They're going to hand off that dive.
Yep.
So first down Raiders. Another injury.
Yeah, it looks like people are starting to cramp. That's what you see in that first game of the season. People just aren't in game condition. It's hard to get into game condition.
Yeah, I saw Mustangs had a bunch of bananas out, part of their pregame meal, trying to get kids some potassium.
I mean, you think, well, it's 50 degrees and it should be easy, but it's not. Sorry about the technical difficulties here. It looks like the huddle focus is not working right now. We'll just kind of give you a little play-by-play of what's going on. Roseville stepping back. Pump fake wheel. Oh, we tackled him. That's going to be a penalty on us. Looks like right there, number 25 grabbed on and held him. Mustafa Kaba. He just grabbed on. Probably a good penalty right there because if they complete that, it's a touchdown. grabbed on, take the 15 yards. It's not a big deal in high school football. It's not like the NFL where it's wherever the penalty happened. It's just what it is. So smart play there. Take the penalty. Don't give up the touchdown. So that brings up first down for Roseville at the 42-yard line.
Does appear as though we're having some technical difficulties with our video feed. We're going to get that back up and running here. This is why Nate Schmiel in the press box helping us out with the tech support is quite a huge key. At pass completed. About a 5-yard gain for the Raiders.
It's nice to see those Mustangs rallying for the tackle there. You got 5, 6 guys all right around the ball, making an easy play there. So brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball sitting on the 46-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Roseville under center here. Looks like that might be that dive again. Yep, there's that dive. Mustangs were ready for it this time. Very, very short game. Very short game. Maybe a yard. That interior defensive line has really figured that dive out.
Again, stick with us here. We're just winding down the third quarter. We're going to have a break in play here as the third quarter clock comes to 0. It's 28-0. Mounds View leads the Raiders live from Mustang Stadium, and there again is our video feed. Thank you to our tech support, Nate Schmiel. We will be all set to bring you full video coverage of Mounds View Mustang football's fourth quarter here against the Raiders. It'll be fun to get a little bit of our depth and opportunity to play here under the lights on Friday night.
Yeah, but I also would assume those defensive coaches and the team does not want to give up any points right now. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about that. They want to make sure that 0 stays on the scoreboard.
Yeah, new players, same expectations.
Absolutely.
Let's go Mustangs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so really fun night, fun atmosphere here.
Good crowd, seeing all sorts of different people. And we got the student section. You got all the parents and the community just sitting right out in front of us here. And you got those kids in the back here and also down on the field, on the track, I should say. You know, just having so much fun, and that's what Mounds View football is all about.
Does look like the Mustang starters back out here on defense. Tyler Nelson in there, seeing his number stand out a little bit here as we get started here in the fourth quarter. Mustangs are going to blitz. Tackle by number 23, Luke Hinkle. Man, does he play on the other side of the line of scrimmage a lot.
I mean, he's had 3 tackles for a loss already tonight. Man, it is a big-time play right there. Again, another one on 3rd down. Brings it into 4th and 4. Roseville's got to go for it, I would assume here, but I would say the Mustangs are looking pretty good on defense. I mean, they have not given up yards at all. It's fun to watch.
4th and 4 from the 48-yard line. Roseville going to come out in 4 wide receiver set with a single back. Browning under center, 3-step drop. And that almost picked off by Mugisa. He was the only one that had a shot at it, but that's going to be a turnover on down. Mustangs football.
Yeah, great play there. Just knock it down. You get the ball anyway. Get back on offense.
Browning maybe dinged up a little bit. Looks like he's limping off the field for the Raiders. So Mustangs played a little bit of Tanner Jude at quarterback last week in the first half against South.
Yep.
Be interesting to see if they give him some reps here at quarterback. Wheeler probably the best he's looked all year in that third quarter.
Yes. I mean, he looked really sharp in the third quarter. He was throwing the ball well, putting it right where he needed it. Not all of them were caught, but it was really a crisp pass all the time. Done a great job of also escaping when he needs to.
Cornelius and Kucher to his right. Going to hand off to Tran.
Great wall there by
I mean,
that
he just
offensive
wasn't
line.
touched for 10 yards.
See Jack Fry. I mean, usually you don't see the offensive line. You saw his full numbers facing us right there, and he just sealed that off. Great job blocking there by Jack Fry. Number 51. Great edge blocking, too, by all those Mustang receivers.
And that is a Mustang first down.
Cornelius and Kuchar now to the left. Wheeler out of the gun.
There's that counter.
Tran running the counter.
Ran right into it. Looked like the back of his own guy there. Looked like if he would have just been one gap wider, it might have gone for a ways.
Short gain there, but Roseville Raider is down after being blocked by Robert Essie.
Yeah. I think that's one of those things with Roseville. We have a lot of guys that are playing a lot of snaps right now, and I think at this point in time in the game, you're just kind of getting worn out, especially, you know, it's been a rough couple weeks. You know, still haven't put any points on the board, so I think it just gets a little bit tough. And, man, all of a sudden you get Big Robert blocking you. I can understand where you just want to kind of get off the field.
Can kind of give you an update on some of these scores around the metro area, especially the teams that we will play this season. Moorhead beats Woodbury 34-27, so actually a pretty impressive comeback there for Woodbury. They were down much bigger than that. White Bear, who we played the last week of the season, up 22-0 over Coon Rapids. That not a surprise. We anticipated that. You know who's hanging tough is Anoka, down 2 points to Forest Lake here with 5 minutes left in the third. It's 22-20 Rangers lead. Eastridge up 21-10 over Hopkins. We will see them as well. That team we beat last week, Lakeville South, is down to Shakopee. How good is the South Metro in football? My gosh. Edina up big over Wayzata, 40-7. Wow. Prior Lake, who lost last week to Forest Lake, up big over Egan, 35-7. Stillwater, wow, 50-3 over Park of Cottage Grove. That's who we have for homecoming. Wheeler,
Who scheduled that?
you know, it's funny because you do have to make tough decisions about when you're going to do your homecoming.
Yeah.
And we chose weather over opponent.
Which is a wise decision. Wise decision.
You know, we also think that we should be in week or year to year in competition with Stillwater, despite their size. You know, that's just the mark of a good program. They feel like they should always be with a team like Stillwater.
And I think we can. I think we would, you know, have the same type of score versus Park Cottage Grove. I mean, last year we came out and, you know, played against them and handled them pretty well. So hopefully.
We've got some tough road games, man. I mean, I know we host Stillwater, but going to South and Maple Grove the first 3 weeks of the season is no small task. Wheeler's going to make a nice fake. That time was a great defensive play. He had Treader open in the flat, but the pass was broken up by Roseville's number 11, Amos Hansen. Nice job there from the 6-foot, 167-pound linebacker.
Yeah, he just gets that a little bit more air, and I think Treader might have been in the end zone.
Man, Wheeler plays big. He's 6'5". You see him roll out like that.
Yeah, he does a great job, you know, faking with the ball there. I mean, he puts it right on his hip. It looked like he was going to be sacked, but that guy, he bit on the fake, and all of a sudden Wheeler's able to just get outside of him. Nice job with those fakes.
Who's this here lining up to the far right? Is that 19?
Yeah, it does look like 19. Number 19, Case Wasink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Junior, 6'5", junior.
Great basketball player. Great kid. Great kid. Had him over at Island Lake. He did a great job over there, and he's done a great job at playing basketball for Coach Leisure. Seen him a couple times, and he also umpires little kids softball games.
Awesome, man. My
think
kids
about
play
that.
softball. Let's
I know.
go.
You think about that. You got guys that, you know, that's what the Mounds U is. I mean, it's a small community, comes in, and he's umping little kids' games, getting that next generation of Mounds U kids ready to go.
Well, that's the other thing I think we still see a lot of here at a school our size is multi-sport athletes. I mean, you're talking about a kid that plays basketball that's, you know, contributing at the wide receiver position for this Mustang football team too.
Absolutely. Good to see him get on the field here.
So he checks out. Mugisa.
I think he's just up on top.
Oh, is he? Okay,
Yep.
so Wasink, Mugisa, Cornelius, and Kucher, the 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side of Wheeler. 3-step drop, looks deep, throws down the seam. He's got Mugisa wide open. Touchdown, Mustangs. Dropped it right in the bucket. Great throw, Beckham Wheeler.
You couldn't have put that on a better spot right there. Right in stride, caught it in the basket. Nice throw. Nice catch. Touchdown, Mustangs. So 34, now high school football, if you give it 35, it goes to running time, if I'm not mistaken.
So there's 9:30 left. That's going to go quickly here.
Yes, it will.
If we are true from this extra point from Gator MacArthur. Good snap, good hold, good kick. Put 7 more on the board for the Mustangs. Tonight's scoring is again sponsored by Eggert Family Dentistry. Thank you for backing Mustangs football.
That's awesome. You know, really after that first quarter where, you know, things were a little bit shaky, the Mustangs have turned it on, both offensively and, well, defensively has been strong the whole time, but man, the offense has come alive after those quick turnovers by the defense, got the offense going, and all of a sudden here we are, 35-0, 9:30 to go in the fourth quarter.
Thanks so much for hanging in here and viewing Mounds U Mustang football. 1,700 live viewers right now at the moment. This is just a great opportunity for us to showcase and promote what some really great adults are doing for a really great community of kids. We're thrilled with this Mustang program and really all of our fall sport programs. I know, Joe, you went over a lot of the different things that we've got going. We have over 100 clubs, activities, and sports running at any time during the school. It's just incredible the number of ways in which kids are connected to each other and to programs that we offer here at Mounds U High School.
And if you have that many clubs and sports, that means you got to have that many adults that are willing to take time out of their life and do it for the kids, which is awesome to see.
I tell you what, we have 87 teachers on staff, and there isn't one of them that doesn't take something extra on. It's really incredible. It does take a community to develop and grow a community. I mean, that's just what this place does. There's a reason Mounds U High School is annually rated among the top high schools in the state of Minnesota, and that's our teaching staff. There's just no question about it. This community knows it. They show their support for our teachers all the time. They express a ton of care to our parent community for the teachers and all the hard work that they put into their job every day.
And you also have to think about it. If a kid's committed into a sport or a club, that's going to make, you know, just push them to do it academically also, because all those coaches, teachers, they make the kids, you know, go to class, do all the things the right way. I know Coach Moberg's big on that. School comes first, all right? And I know that's the way it is with all the other sports too and clubs. School comes first, and, you know, if you're preaching that from a coach's standpoint or an advisor's standpoint, man, it's just such a big thing. I remember Coach Engen, Coach Galvin, both of them preaching school comes first. That's where you really learn, all right? And as a teacher, you know, I wanted to coach. My first year of coaching, I was like, I got to get out of school as quick as I can to get over and coach. And coaching is like, no. You are a teacher first. You look at your paycheck, you're a teacher first. And I've never forgot that. I am a teacher first.
Wow, look at that speed right there just to keep him from getting around the corner. Again, that's Ross. Or no, that's number 15.
Ben Young.
Okay, good job, Ben Young, force player, making sure that he did not let anybody get outside of him. So third and 10 for the Raiders. 7:25 here. Clock is running. It is running time. Mounds U up 35-0 over the Raiders.
Yeah, it looks like we're starting to get some other players in. Right now we got number 93 in the game there, TJ Johansson. All right. Another Island Lake kid. I went to college with his mom and dad, actually, over at Northwestern. He's number 93. Number 8, Elijah Steiner.
This pass going to be complete, but for no gain. Immediately tackled on on the 20-yard line.
Looked like number 43, Ben Smith, on that tackle there.
So that's going to be 4th and 10 now. Raiders are going to have to punt down 35.
Looks like also we got Madison back in here returning punts, so looks like he's back healthy, so that's good to see. Number 5, Isaiah Iverson, in there now. He's doing a great job.
Just an incredible leader,
Yeah.
Isaiah Iverson. I mean,
Absolutely.
seriously, he comes from a really great family. He's a really great kid. I tap him to do a lot in terms of just speaking in front of kids. In fact, we just did that with the Mustang Mentor Group this past Tuesday. Isaiah is one of the Mustang mentors that we bring in to help 9th grade kids transition into the high school.
Yeah, great kid. Great kid. Looks like the Mustang offense is shifting out a little bit here. Got some different guys. It looks like Jude is going in at quarterback. Offensive line looks like somewhat of a wholesale change here. Number 77 coming in here, James Moore.
All right, love
Yeah,
JMO. He's
James.
a great kid.
All right, 54. We got Sam Freaky.
Is there a kid you actually haven't taught before here?
Yeah, there's a few, not many.
I think it's
I
Pelkey.
get those Turtle Lake kids in here too. That's great. Nice run there.
Yeah, nice hard run.
Great block there by Crosby, Connor Crosby, with a nice block there on the outside at tight end.
Jack Holmes, the junior, with the carry. Nice gain there for the Mustangs, about 6 yards.
Ben Handelsman also in at offensive line.
Is that Jude in at quarterback?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so Jude in with 2 backs, one to his left, one behind him. He's going to hand off here again. Nice run again.
That is, I mean, they're getting some push right now. Those offensive linemen, they're seeing what the first group did, and they're just doing the same thing. Getting that edge, really pushing off the ball. That's great to see. Ethan Hack in at right guard.
So that was Holmes again around the left-hand side. Mustangs first down. He's got 2 carries, 10 yards.
Looks like Liam Schertz is in at left guard. His brother Grady, who's former Mustang also.
Awesome. So 1st and 10 here, ball on the 50-yard line. Jude going to hand off here to Holmes. Not so fortunate that time.
Nope.
Tackled right at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard behind it.
Kagan Gonzalez is out here at wide receiver, number 88.
You know who we haven't had play tonight is Devin Bona. We failed to mention he is injured and out. That was a big loss for them against South. When you started to see that game get away, it also coincided with the time that he had to go out.
Hopefully he's able to come back next week.
Yeah, we'll see. Definitely wish him well and want him back on the field as soon as possible. Holmes again, this time around the right side. He's going to be tackled.
Jason Cook was blocking there out in front of him a little bit. See if that offensive line can get another big push here on 3rd down and long.
Yeah, be 3rd and 11. Clock really ticking quickly. We're under 3 minutes here to go in the game. Mustangs up 35-0. Kagan Gonzalez to the left of Jude.
Taking some time off the clock there. We want that running down. Don't give that defense a whole lot of time out there.
This is going to be an option play. Jude keeps it. Gets just back to the line of scrimmage before he's tackled. That's going to bring up 4th down and 12. Mustangs probably kick it deep here. Again, clock won't stop regardless of what happens unless Roseville scores. So pin them deep and let this clock be our ally.
Be an interesting challenge here for Ethan Hack, a long snapper. First time he's been out there on the field, and all of a sudden he's got to make that long snap. Oh, he's not snapping it.
Who's that?
Kelly,
24 long snapping.
Wow, that was a really
Yeah.
nice punt. That's
Jackson
the nicest
Peterson.
punt he's gotten off tonight. It's going to actually go into the end zone. Great kick there. I mean, even just as a rep, you want to see that. There's special teams are going to be so important in some of these games we've got coming up, including next week. I do anticipate we're going to see a 2-0 Maple Grove squad. They're probably, among the most likely teams to advance in that state tournament at the end of the year. And again, that's a lot due to their size. Super talented school. They're up 28-14 over Eden Prairie. That's no small task.
That is no small task. Eden Prairie year in, year out. Mounds or Minnesota football power. Looks like we got some new linebackers in there right now. Number 32, Caden Hokinson is going in, along with number 40, Patch Bulera.
All right, Patch, let's go.
Absolutely.
Roseville going to roll out to the right and throw deep. That looked well covered and almost picked.
Great job there by Lonnie Jerome. He was just staying deeper than the deepest guy, making sure that nobody got deeper than he did, knocked that ball down.
Just 20 seconds left here now for the Mustangs. Browning incomplete on that pass. So, Roseville came out and played really well in the first quarter, but they just, like you said, having kids play both ways, they just didn't quite have enough talent or enough stamina to keep up with this Mustang squad. They kind of got away from their game there in the second quarter.
Yeah. That dive was working, and all of a sudden the Mustangs just shut it down a little bit.
So that's it. Mustangs win 35-0. They move to 1-1 on the season. Great game here on a Hall of Fame night. Congratulations, Joe.
Hey, thank you.
So happy to have you on the broadcast. Really appreciate everything you've done for this Mustang community and still doing it at Island Lake.
Hey, love it. Love it. We just got to keep those Mustangs going. I love helping out at Mounds View, do whatever I can. And, we got to get all you students out here as much as we possibly can to get to every game. It's a great thing. Be a part of your community.
All right, thanks so much for joining us tonight. For Joe Paulke, I'm Rob Reitz. Mustangs win 35-0. We'll see you next week at Maple Grove.